All right, guys, we got three guys that was DMP today. Marshall with a knee, Thomas with an ankle, Roby's in the protocol for concussion, and Deshaun Hamilton was limited. That's it, guys.
Roby basically aside for work. This is next step.
That's part of the protocol. You have testing, you have on the field kind of movement stuff, and we'll see. You know, if he passes that, he moves on. But again, you know, we're not counting time for that. We want to be smart with his health. So once he clears, we can practice.
What the move with Pac-Man, and where do you stand at Pac-Man now?
Yeah, we're just trying to get better. You know, basically, you know, on defense, teams, all those areas. So just trying to get better there. And the returner will be Craycraft as the punt returner, and the kick returner will be Booker.
What's his stretch been like playing a bunch of teams with all these winning streaks? Kind of unprecedented.
Right. I mean, it's the toughest stretch that's happened in this league in 42 years. I think Houston was on a 5-game winning streak. Last week the Chargers was on a 6, and this week it's the Steelers on the 6. You know, that being said, you know, we're kind of battle tested. We've played the best teams in the league. So for our team, we won't flinch, you know, and we're looking forward to the challenge. It won't be easy to beat this team. This team is 15-1-1 on the road in the last 16 outings. So we understand how hard it's going to be, but our team is in a good place, you know, and looking for the next challenge, quite frankly.
Because it's so tough, does it help you refocus the guys after an emotional win Sunday?
I think we're focused, you know. Our team get it. It's Sunday, that was one win. You know, we've had a bunch of close losses, so it's good for us to win one of the close ones, but we get it. It's one win. You know, we're back to small focus, one day at a time, one play at a time. So I think we're okay there. You know, we won't be looking past the Pittsburgh Steelers.
When you guys drafted Bradley Chubb, did you expect him to have this kind of production in his first year?
Well, you hope for a top 5 pick, Nikki, that he's going to be a special player. That's why he was picked so high. You know, I heard Mike Tomlin talking about Chubb. He made a great comparison. You know, Watt, his first year, had, I think, 8 or 9 sacks. You know, Chubb's already got 10, I think. So he's having a good year. He's getting better and better each week, and he's a very, very smart football player. So he's playing good football in the running game, in the pass game, all those things. So he's very solid right now.
What is it about the Steelers' identity or their makeup that makes them so good on the road?
I think, you know, it's a combination of, you know, how that team's built, you know, and they hadn't changed in over 12 years. Their systems, you know, how they draft players, how they play each Sunday. So it's a combination of it's who they are and it's the mentality they play with. It's a tough physical group. So when you're playing these guys, you have to first match the physicality. If you don't, you have no chance of beating them. You know, so once you match that, all games are on. But if you don't match that part of it, you can't beat them. I've played them. I think I played them 7 times in 3 seasons with the Bengals and with Miami. And if you don't match the intensity and the physicality, you have no chance of beating this team. That's why they're so good.
Where does Brown, Smith-Schuster rank as far as 1-2 receiver combos you face this year?
I'm not sure where they rank, but they're pretty good. Okay, and I mean, just having 2 guys is hard on defense because you can't really game plan for 2 guys. You can take away 1 guy, and obviously, you know, 84 is special, so we have to have a plan for 84, and we have to sometimes cover both guys one-on-one. That's part of the challenge, but I think where they stand is a special group, you know, especially with the rack yardage. You know, those 2 guys combined, I think, are first in the league with rack yardage. So the toughest thing with AB, if he catches the ball and it's space between you and 84, he's going to probably make you miss. So the coverage is obviously tight even when you're in man and zone to get close to the guy. So if he catches the ball, you can tackle him immediately. If you don't, it's a problem.
How much do you apply from your time in Cincinnati, knowing their tendencies, how they do certain things?
I think when I can, you know, as far as playing this team, again, I've played them a lot. So as far as game planning and what it takes to beat them, you know, I get that part. But every year teams change as far as, you know, how they win games. But I mean, this team's going to be a physical bunch, you know, on both sides of the ball. So we have to have our best game, you know, on Sunday to win this game.
What have you seen from Brendan Langley the past few months to bring him up on the active roster?
He's been working. You know, he's been working, and he has a skill set that we need. I mean, he has speed. You know, he's a big corner. He's physical. He's tough, and he can really run. So we'll see how it pans out on Sunday for him.
With Ben's size, what do you preach all week to your pass rushers, knowing that he can even make a throw with a guy draped all over him in a sense?
We have to first contain Ben. Okay, I mean, most of the plays they've made down the field are busted plays. So I think your first duty is to contain him, you know, with the pass rush plan. And the second, how you tackle Ben is tackle the arms. If you don't tackle the arms, he's getting the ball off. I've seen guys on his legs, and he's throwing the ball 50 yards in the air. So the key is to have a great rush plan, and once we get there, to tackle his arm so he can't throw the football.
Your rush defense has flipped the switch since those 2 back-to-back games.
Yeah.
Jets and Rams.
Yeah.
Would you scheme? You got more guys in the box. What do you have to be making adjustments somewhere?
I think it's a combination, Mike, of guys that's doing their job and tackling better. Obviously, scheme helps, and scheme changes week to week. But just getting back to fitting gaps and tackling and you know, first, second down, kind of dictating what we give the offense and not being pushed around on first, second down. So, you know, it's been good to watch our guys stop the run in the last month of the season.
What do you see from Connor in that regard in their rushing attack? Obviously, no Bell, but his numbers are pretty significant.
Yeah, I mean, he's a big back. He's 6'1", 230. He's a hard runner. He's a straight line pusher of the football. So we'll see. He's had 500-yard games. That's the best in the league. The last 2 weeks, he's been a little slowed down. I think he had 25 last week and 64 against Carolina. But we have to get him stopped also. So, I mean, most of the good teams can run the football and can throw it. So stopping a run and stopping 84-19 is going to be a chore. So we'll see how it pans out.
Last week against the Chargers, it looked like they decided they were going after safeties a little bit in the passing game.
Yeah.
Did you switch to Will Parks in the second half because of that, or did you just decide other than Cravens that?
Yeah, we wanted a better matchup on the tight ends, absolutely. You know, so we have a plan again this week to use Sua in certain areas and Parks in certain areas, but it was more about a matchup last week.
Did they find a little something? Because other than Mahomes, you've really kept quarterbacks in check. Philip goes for 4.
Philip's a good player. You know, we didn't win third downs, and that was the key there. It wasn't scheme. It wasn't what they found. We just didn't play well on third downs.
Last one, Ryan. Yadov's got some bits and pieces of playing time. Now he moves up a little bit. Have you seen him gain a comfort level?
Yeah. I mean, he's a kid that works every day, so we're very comfortable with him having to play corner for us. So, you know, he's earned that right. So now he's next up.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Coach.